The world can be unfair, and there are many sad stories. We might feel powerless to make it better, but there are courageous people who try to make things right and help at least one person suffer less. Our main character is one of these amazing people, and they're so generous and caring that they'll surprise everyone. J. Milton always dreamed of being a police officer. His grandfather and father were both police officers, so he wanted to follow in their footsteps. When he was just 6 years old, he wrote a birthday letter to God, asking for help in becoming a policeman. Even though he couldn't be a real cop yet, his parents gave him a toy police car, which he cherished. As Jay grew up, he worked hard to prepare for the police academy entrance exams. His parents, Clark and Olivia Milton, supported him all the way. At 21, he finally got into the Atlanta Police Academy after a tough first try. Sadly, Jay faced a heartbreaking loss when his father passed away from a sudden heart attack before he could finish his training. Instead of letting the grief overwhelm him, Jay decided to honor his father's memory by becoming an excellent police officer. He accepted the painful reality that his dream had come true, but his father would never see it. It was tough, but he had to move forward with his life. "I'll make Dad proud of me, Mom, wherever he is. I want him to see me fulfilling the dream we fought so hard for together, to make Atlanta and my country a better place. I know he'll be smiling down on me from heaven. That's all I need," Jay told his mother on his first day of work while they were having breakfast. He was very excited, and his mother gave him a big hug before he walked out the door. "I'm sure he's already smiling, my love. You don't know how proud I am to see you with that uniform on, and he is too. God bless you, sweetheart. Take care of yourself and come back safe and sound," his mother said, giving him a kiss on the cheek and wiping away her tears. Jay spent his first days as a police officer with no major incidents, no major cases to attend to, no danger to neutralize, but he didn't care. Being a cop was more than taking credit for the most difficult cases or chasing bad guys at full speed in his patrol car. Jaden did feel the need to stand down. On the contrary, for him, the key to being a good cop was to arrive on time when someone needed them and act the way they were expected to serve and protect. That was his family's motto and the motto for which he enlisted in the academy, and that's precisely what he did. This is what led this young man to become the center of attention just awakened to his new job. During a cold January morning, while on his beat, Atlanta police officer J. Milton received a call alerting him that a robbery was being committed at a nearby store. "Come quick, officers. There's a shoplifter who refuses to give me back what she stole," the store owner said to them, very irritated. Hearing the warning, Jay rushed to the scene to catch the thief and bring order. However, when he arrived at the store, what he found was not what he expected. It turned out that the thief referred to by the store owner was not a shoplifter, but a girl as young as 12 years old who was crying inconsolably while clutching a pair of little shoes. Realizing what was happening, Jay decided to intercede for the girl and reassure the store owner. Seeing the girl clutching her shoes like that, the young cop forgot about the rules and could only feel sorry for her and the need to protect her. After all, being a cop was also about learning to care for others, and it was clear that this girl was in serious trouble. The last thing she needed was a cop stopping her. "How much are the shoes you want to take?" Milton asked the owner, putting himself between her and the girl. "It's $2, officer, but I assure you she's not going to pay me for them. Are you going to do something about it?" The store owner asked, getting angrier and angrier. "Here you go. Sorry for the inconvenience. I assure you it won't happen again. Have a nice day." Jay paid the $2 for the shoes and took the girl away. They walked in silence to a nearby bench, and Jay motioned for her to sit down next to him. The girl had stopped crying and was looking at Milton with a look on her face as if she didn't understand anything that was happening. "Why did you help me? I'm supposed to have committed a crime. You should take me under arrest," said the girl in a low voice and without looking at Jay. "One thing is the law, and another is how we interpret it. My job is to find a balance between the two, to try to do justice in all cases. Sometimes it works out well, sometimes not so well. I think today you needed someone to help you and listen to you, not a cop to take you in and arrest you. Tell me, what's your name, and why did you want to steal those shoes?" Milton explained in a close tone while smiling at her. He wanted to make her feel safe, and he was succeeding. The girl's name was Thea. She was 12 years old and had tried to steal a pair of $2 shoes to give to her 5-year-old sister. Her family of 7 couldn't afford to buy new shoes for the children, and she wanted to surprise her sister with a new pair. As she explained this to him, Thea burst into tears again. She was the oldest of 5 siblings, and the burden of caring for them all fell on her. Her parents couldn't afford all the household expenses, and Thea tried to help her mother as much as she could, taking care of her siblings and doing household chores. But it was always not enough, and the girl was too young to bear such a heavy emotional burden. She felt very sad to hear her story. "So, what's my punishment going to be, officer?" "You're going to tell my parents because I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't. They already have enough problems, and I don't want to add another," said Thea with a trembling voice. Jay could tell she was very scared and in a lot of pain. "Calm down, Thea. I'm not going to punish you, not me or anyone else. Let me help you, okay? Tell me where you live, and then we'll see what we can do to help your family," Milton answered gently, stroking her back to help her relax. "Okay, I'll show you the way. Thank you, officer." The girl complied, calming down and smiling for the first time. Jay drove slowly, following the girl's directions, and they arrived home in just 15 minutes. Thea's house was located in a low-income, sometimes even dangerous neighborhood, but the inside was not much better than the outside. Sheets were strewn on the floor because the family didn't have enough beds for all the children, and a sofa was the only visible piece of furniture in the whole place. In the kitchen, there was hardly any food left in the cupboards. In addition, Jay could see that the walls were filthy, and he could swear that the house had a serious moisture and pest problem that needed to be fixed as soon as possible. The girl's mother, Mrs. Staple, told Shay her whole story. She explained that her husband, Oliver Staple, traveled a lot for work but still didn't make much money. The family couldn't afford daycare, so Mrs. Staple had to stay home with the children and couldn't get a job. Thea was always helping her mother as much as she could. After seeing the house in such disarray and hearing their sad story, Milton wanted to help the family. First, he ordered 4 large pizzas to share with the family, as it was obvious they had all gone days without a proper meal. Then, he took it upon himself to call the Georgia Division of Family and Children's Services to put the Staples in touch with a social worker. But Milton didn't stop there. He kept coming back to the house with clothes and items for the family over the next few days. He went all out to assist the family and made sure they received help by all means, something no other police officer had ever done before, let alone for people he didn't know at all. Without a doubt, Officer Milton has been a blessing to our family. It's as if a prayer has been heard through him, Mrs. Staple told CNN. A week later, the Atlanta Police Department wanted to honor Jay's great work and shared his story in a post on a police Facebook account. Although the post did not ask for donations, many users flocked to the comments asking how they could help Thea's family and praising the young cop's work. The success of this first post and the number of messages offering help led the department to publish another post a few days later, this time specifying how donations could be made to the family. The post included clothing sizes for their children, and a mother asked for diapers, wipes, blankets, and furniture donations, offering to pick up donations at the police station. Officer Milton didn't just enforce the law. He also showed that he cares about the community he protects. The Atlanta Police Department is proud of him. Everyone was really impressed with the young officer's work. He quickly earned respect from the other police officers and stopped being seen as a rookie. He did great work helping the people of Atlanta, especially those who needed it most. Because of Milton's kindness, the Staple family got a lot of things they needed. He could have just scolded the young woman and left, but he decided to learn her story. His understanding and patience helped the girl more than punishment would have. This story reminds us not to judge others too quickly and to give them a chance because they might surprise you and need your help. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you.